Coming up on First at 4, a look at a new Kentucky law that deals with the accessibility of a medicine used to help with congestion. And attorneys say former clients of Eric C. Kahn will be dramatically impacted by Social Security Administration policy changes.
And we have a First Alert weather day out for today going into your Tuesday, and we'll tell you why coming up in a few minutes.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, we've seen some off and on heavy rain since yesterday, and more could be on the way. Now, we certainly needed some of that rain, but it might be a little too much. It's a First Alert weather day. Meteorologist Eric Dean joins us now with the latest. Eric.
Hey everybody, as you mentioned, Steve, we do have that First Alert weather day out for today. Going into tomorrow, the big story isn't so much the thunderstorm activity that will push through, but the excessive flooding that some places could see, especially across the south and western portion of the WYMT viewing area. Here's the latest with live pinpoint Doppler radar. We'll go ahead and pinpoint a few locations over towards portions of Pike County to the north of Pikeville, seeing some heavy rain at this time. We are seeing a little bit of lightning being picked up with these cells as well. We'll go ahead and move the map around and pinpoint a couple more locations, especially over towards portions of Lee County. And the reason I'm going to show Lee County is because Lee County in Virginia has a flood advisory in effect, and here's the latest with that flood advisory coming up in just a couple seconds. Overnight lows, we'll see temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s across the Cumberland Valley. Across the Kentucky River Valley, we'll see overnight lows in the 60s and 70s, and then across the Big Sandy Valley, we'll see overnight lows in the 60s and 70s as well. So again, for Lee County, we do have that flood advisory in effect until later on this evening. We'll talk about that coming up in the First Alert forecast in a few minutes. Steve.
Eric, thank you. Many laws went into effect in the Commonwealth this month. One of them includes the accessibility of a medicine used to help with congestion. The new law will increase the annual limit of pseudoephedrine shoppers can buy in 1 year to 86.4 grams and will completely remove restrictions on the amount of packages shoppers can buy per shopping trip. Pharmacy Director at Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, Wes Huff, says the change in the law may cause an uptick of suspicious pseudoephedrine shoppers.
In the past, even though it's behind the counter, you can still get it, but you have a lot of questions and people just, looking a little bit more towards, how can I get this? And like up here, for example, we don't even sell it behind the counter or OTC. We do prescription only.
Huff adds with the change to the law, the possible increased usage of methamphetamine should be monitored. Fibroids can be a painful tumor, and there are ways to figure out if you are dealing with it. Fibroids are tumors that grow in the wall of the uterus. While most are non-cancerous and some are even asymptomatic, those who suffer with fibroids can experience pain, prolonged heavy menstrual cycles, and even anemia. Experts say women should learn to recognize when something may be wrong.
If you can't go to work, if you can't go out with your friends, if you're nervous about too much bleeding when you go out, those can be red flags that something else is going on, and you should go to your doctor and get evaluated for fibroids.
A Harris poll finds 53% of women diagnosed with the condition reported being offered a life-altering hysterectomy. Only 20% were offered other, less invasive options. Experts say it's important women have informed conversations with their doctors that includes their life goals. You'll soon be able to do a screening for colon cancer with a simple blood test. The SHIELD test is the first blood test to be approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration as a primary screening option for colorectal cancer. It's shown to be about 88% effective at detecting stages 1, 2, and 3 colorectal cancer. Coming up on First at 4, leaders with one organization are continuing to work on restoring archives damaged in the 2022 flood. An update on where they are in that process.
And we'll see a line of showers and thunderstorms push through as we go throughout the evening and overnight hours. We'll time that out in a few minutes. Stay with us.
When you think of solid wood bedroom furniture, think Artisan and Post. When you think of Artisan and Post, think American made. When you think American made, think sustainability. Because at A&P, we replant a tree for every tree used. Over 2 million so far. But the only thing you really need to think about when you see our solid wood bedrooms is how good they're going to look in your home. Solid wood bedrooms at Kemper's in Hazard.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
With any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, and batteries never need charging.
I was having a stroke, and I was scared to death.
If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
Life Alert is a lifesaver.
My husband is alive because of Life Alert.
Life Alert is the lifesaver to keep me out of assisted living.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-344-6363. That's 1-800-344-6363. Call now, 1-800-344-6363.
When the government took Social Security away from honest Eastern Kentuckians, attorney Ned Pillersdorf got the hearings declared unconstitutional. When women guards were harassed at Little Sandy Jail, Ned fought back, securing a $1 million verdict at trial. And when the state tried to shut down Cordia School, Ned fought back and kept the school open. Attorney Ned Pillersdorf fights for the underdog, and he's ready to fight for you.
Do you need help paying for college? Your first step is completing a FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. The 24-25 FAFSA is more user-friendly. More students will be eligible for aid than ever before. Kia counselors and others are ready to help you. You're not in this alone. For more information, use the QR code or text money to 800-928-8926. Or you can visit gearupky.org/money.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
I know we got some pretty heavy rain overnight here in Hazard. It actually woke me up at one point, but most people in the clear right now, but that may change later.
That may, and as we talked about last week, too much of a good thing can result in a bad thing, and this is why we issued that first alert weather day, as some places could see some localized flooding. Here's the latest with live Pinpoint Doppler radar right now, and we'll go ahead and take a look here at the grand scheme of things, and you're noticing some heavy rain pushing its way across portions of the southeastern Kentucky, going into portions of Virginia. And this is the reason why we have that flood advisory in effect for Lee County. This goes into effect until 7 o'clock this evening. As you can see, we are seeing some localized flooding impacting portions of the area. Now, rain chances will continue as we go throughout the evening hours. They start to really ramp up as we go to about the 2 to 8 o'clock time frame of your Tuesday. Here's future view. We'll go ahead and start the clock and take a look here at the next several hours. You're noticing we stay mainly clear throughout the 8 to 11 o'clock time frame. Again, a renegade shower not out of the question at that time. This is the area that we're keeping an eye on right here as we go through the overnight hours. Is this line of showers and thunderstorms that pushes through the area from about 2 o'clock to about the 8 o'clock time frame, and then it's out of here, and then we'll be left with a lingering shower or two as we go throughout Tuesday afternoon going into Tuesday evening. So the reason why we have that first alert weather day out for tonight and to tomorrow, Rain and thunderstorm chances could lead to localized flooding. That, again, the timing's tonight going into tomorrow. And so if you do have travel plans, just please allow yourself some extra time to get to your destination. And make sure you have the free WYMT First Alert weather app on your device to receive the latest information for your area. If you have it downloaded already, thank you so much. Make sure it is up to date to the latest version. You can see right now we're seeing mainly cloudy skies out there at this hour. Look at Pikeville right now. We are seeing a little bit of cloud cover out there. Some places, especially towards Pike County, seeing a little bit of rain. Buffalo Mountain, we're seeing mainly cloudy skies. Logan, seeing mainly cloudy skies as well. So let's talk about tomorrow. We'll go back into the mid to upper 80s. Some places will go into the low 90s. That's the other part of the story. That heat and humidity will start to push through as we go into the second half of the work week. Along with that, we do keep the rain chances in the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday. They ramp up again for Friday and Saturday. Then they start to go back down again for your Sunday and Monday. Now, in terms of excessive rainfall, as we go throughout the next 5 days, we keep that slight risk for Tuesday. Then it starts to dwindle down Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with just a general risk of excessive rainfall. So there's a little bit of good news. We've got to get past Tuesday first before we can start to see that. First alert forecast for tonight is going to play out like this. We'll go to 70 degrees. We're going to keep that shower and thunderstorm chance in the forecast. Winds will be out of the southwest around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, again, we'll keep that rain chance in the forecast. We'll start the day off with a temperature of 73 by 9 a.m., upper 70s, low 80s by 11 o'clock, mid 80s as we go throughout the afternoon hours. Notice that rain chance, though. It ramps up by 9 o'clock and then it dwindles down as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours. There's that break that was mentioned by about the 5 to 7 o'clock time frame where we get a break in the rain. We'll see a mixture of sun and clouds. We'll go to 81 by 9 p.m. All right, let's talk about the 7-day forecast for the weekend is always in view. Again, a first alert weather day has been declared for tomorrow. Then Wednesday we have to keep an eye on as well. If this pattern continues, there may have to be a first alert weather day for Wednesday. This is something that the weather team is monitoring very closely. Then we go back into the low 90s by Thursday. Thursday, ironically, is also August 1st, also the last month of meteorological summer. Then we go to 90 on Friday. You see the rain and thunderstorm chances pick up Friday and Saturday. We have a chance on Sunday. We go back down to 87, 88 will be the high on Monday. Again, keeping a small shower and thunderstorm chance in the forecast. But again, Steve, the bottom line is all eyes are on tonight going into tomorrow as that line of showers and thunderstorms will continue to push through. Over to you.
All right, Eric, thanks. 2 years ago, people throughout the region were just beginning to clean up the damage following the July 2022 flood. WYMT's RJ Johnson shares how one organization is still working to save their materials.
Officials with the Hindman Settlement School are continuing to restore items that were damaged in the July 2022 flood. Thousands of pictures, documents, and more were managed to be saved during the cleanup process. However, as archivist Sarah Insulaco says, the process to restore the pieces can take a long time.
We have to take everything out, thaw it, and then lay it out individually. So that's the most time consuming of it all. Once that happens, we have to reorganize the stuff into a collection on how we can make it easily accessible to researchers or anybody who wants to come and see the items.
Insulaco says they have several industrial freezers that are filled with archived pieces they are continuing to work through. In Hindman, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Tonight at 6, we'll take a closer look at the process to clean those items. Straight ahead on First at 4, too much attention on one sport can lead to burnout for kids. How parents can keep them interested. Plus, we'll have the latest entertainment headlines in our Hollywood Minute.